How many of you wish that you had something in your refrigerator that could help you when you got a stomach ailment or a stomach bug or food poisoning? Well, I have a remedy for you that works fast and is very effective, and it's called cultured vegetables. Hi, my name is Donna Schwenk, and I'm the author of Cultured Food for Life and Cultured Food for Health. I'm a speaker and radio show host, and I am very excited to tell you about one of my favorite foods, cultured vegetables. Cultured vegetables are the third part of our trilogy: kefir, kombucha, and cultured vegetables. And they are powerful foods. But let me give you a little history about them. These foods have special properties in them, and mostly these special properties are made by the bacteria Lactobacillus plantarum that dominates in cultured vegetables. And it's so powerful that many, many years ago, the famous voyager named Captain Cook used to take barrels and barrels of sauerkraut aboard his ships to help his men to keep and prevent them from getting scurvy. Scurvy is a vitamin C deficiency, and it's mostly found in fruits and vegetables. But when you're at sea, you don't get a lot of those. But he found a way to prevent that, and that was with cultured kraut. And since he took all these on his vessels with him, he found that it was loaded with vitamin C. And for instance, most cabbage, when you're cutting it up and eating it raw, only has about 30 milligrams of vitamin C. But when you ferment it, you get about 600 to 700 milligrams of vitamin C. And vitamin C is so important for our bodies because we have to ingest it and take it in because our bodies can't manufacture it. And it doesn't last very long in the body, so we have to have it on a regular basis to stay healthy, to keep our immune system running strong. And Captain Cook was very smart because not only did he use it to prevent scurvy on the ships, he also used it when the men would get injured, and he would dip bandages into the cabbage, into the brine of the cabbage, and he would place it on the men's cuts and wounds, and it prevented them from getting gangrene. And not only were these vegetables around for, hundreds and thousands of years, they've been around because they kept food safe. When we didn't have refrigeration, they preserved foods, they added vitamin C and extra vitamins into them, and when we would eat them, we would get these benefits plus the probiotics. And I absolutely love cultured vegetables because I saw them perform some pretty miraculous things in my own family. I've seen them get rid of food poisoning and very fast just from drinking the brine of cultured vegetables. And cultured vegetables that I'm talking about, that I'm teaching you about, is very different from the kind of things that you see on store shelves that are canned and made with vinegars. They have been heated and then they've been placed in cans, so it destroys all the probiotics in the kraut itself. So you don't get the extra vitamins and minerals that you can get when you ferment them at home yourself. I've spent a long time making cultured vegetables, well over a decade. And I have seen so many wonderful things come about. I've watched it boost my immune system. I've watched my family stop getting colds and flus. I've seen it cure food poisoning. I've seen it fix so many very violent stomach problems that my son had one time. He had a very upset stomach and he got some kind of virus. And he was up all night, he was cramping, and his stomach was hurting. And I took him over a half a cup of vegetable juice, and I told him to sip it really slowly. And by that evening, when I came back over, he was up watching TV and actually eating something after he'd spent all night very, very sick and violently sick. And I've seen this again and again and again. These foods are effective, they are fast, and I haven't found anything on the market like them. I mean, what else is out there that when you get violently sick and are throwing up and having problems that can fix you so quickly as to just take a sip of the juice and let it do its magic? And so how does that happen? Well, there's powerful bacteria in cultured vegetables, and they're so strong, they help to calm down any kind of stomach distress. They also give you lots of vitamin C to boost your immune system, and they do a myriad of things in the body. And I've spent a long time learning about them. I cannot wait to share that with you. Another one of my favorite stories comes from a very personal one. I have a video guy that does a lot of videos for me, And he first came to my home when I was first doing videos and teaching people about cultured foods. And his son had gotten really sick. And it just so happened that on that day, he had gone home with a bunch of cultured vegetables that I had given him. And he had a little 4-year-old boy, and he was throwing up, and he was so sick that he couldn't even sit up. And he was laying on his back, and he was crying, and he was throwing up on himself. And Jeremiah gave him some of these cultured vegetables. And every few hours, he'd give him a little sip. And by that evening, that little boy was up in the living room playing with Hot Wheels, acting like a normal little 4-year-old boy. And he was a little boy that got a lot of stomach bugs. He had a lot of stomach problems, had a lot of food allergies. So when he got something, he was down for the count. It was at least 3 days or 4 days, and he would always had a weak stomach. And he became convinced of how powerful these foods were. And his whole family began to eat them, and they began to experience a lot of decrease in all these problems they had with digestion and all these little bugs they were getting all the time. And so from that day to this, he became converted into eating cultured vegetables and cultured foods because he saw what a difference it made, not only in the life of his son, but in his life as well. And that's something that I want to share with you. I don't really need to convince you of these foods. If you will just try them, they will convince you, and I don't have to. You don't have to believe me. You just need to try them for yourself because they will convince you of their power because that's how powerful they are. They're more powerful than raw foods. They're more powerful than foods that you cook because they have special probiotics in them. And that is what you and I are made of. And we need more of these types of bacteria because so many of them have been killed because we've used so many antimicrobial soaps and disinfectants and antibiotics. And so a lot of the things that we need to be healthy are gone. And the best way to get them back is to eat these foods and allow them to live inside of you. And I know that kind of sounds squeamish, but actually you should really make friends with bacteria because it's mostly what you are. And it's my job to help you understand how important this is because you don't understand. This isn't just about food. This isn't just about fixing your gut. This is about fixing your life because when you fix your life and when you fix your gut and when you feel good, you act different. You see the world differently because you feel healthy. And when you feel healthy, you feel like you can do anything. You feel like you can go anywhere. You feel like you are not afraid of getting something. You're never worried about time off from work. You don't have to come home and take care of your kids from daycare because they're healthy. Your health insurance costs go down. And honestly, you don't go to the doctor. You don't have the doctor bills anymore. And that is such a blessing. I mean, there's so many things that we can spend our money on. And if we take care of our bodies, they take care of us. And then not only do you just get better by eating these foods, you walk around, and in the world that you walk around, you take a cloud of bacteria with you. And if you're healthy, that infuses the world. And when you feel good, you want to help your friends get better. That's just what happened to me. As a friend, I really want to help you learn to make cultured foods because you're going to get better. And I want you to feel what it's like to be well. I want you to understand how your body was meant to feel. I didn't understand that. I mean, I never knew that I could feel this way. I was so sick. And if I can go from despair to joy to feeling so good that now I'm an author, a speaker, I have an online business, it's crazy to me that all this happened to me. And it's because I started to feel good. I promise you, this is not hard. It's just new. And I have taken out all the guesswork. I give you step-by-step instructions on how to make kefir, kombucha, and cultured vegetables. And I also teach you how to make recipes with them that you can eat every day. I show you what I eat every day. I show you how you can do it too. And I have some extra things in there for you, bonuses that you're gonna love. And I worked really hard to make it easy for you. I know how hard it was for me. When I first started out, I didn't have anybody to look to. So I had trial and error, I struggled, I tried to figure it out. And then I realized how really easy it was, and I've simplified all of that for you. A lot of people out there claim to know how to do this, and they give you complicated recipes, and they make you buy fancy equipment. And the thing is, this should be easy. These cultures are sustainable. They'll make them for you again and again, and you can give them to your friends, and then they can make them. It can last your lifetime. And what's exciting too is that it doesn't cost very much to make. You just need the instructions on how to do it. And that's what this is all about. Because when you understand the principles behind it and how easy it is, just make it a part of your life. Then you get better, you feel better, and it changes everything in your world. That's what this is all about for me. It's not just about the food, it's about helping you find who you are meant to be. And you're supposed to be happy and healthy and well. That's how your body's designed. And we've just forgotten how to take care of ourselves. So I hope you will join me in this course. I hope you'll enjoy the course. And I want you to really understand how easy this is to do and how much fun it is and how good you're going to feel. I love cultured foods. Guys, they changed my whole life. I wouldn't be here without cultured foods. I didn't know that simply by making a jar and sitting it on my counter and drinking it every day instead of having cereal could change everything for me. And the thing that I love the most is the joy that I feel and the happiness that I feel that I found my way home, that I found out who I really am. And now it's just opened up my heart, and all I want to do is share it with you. So I hope you'll join me. I hope it will help you. I hope it will change your life. And I hope that you'll become a master fermenter and that someday you'll be able to change the world you live in just because you feel good. Thanks for watching.